Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am going to be doing a collective reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. Happy Monday. I hope you're all doing really well. And I'm going to get started today by shuffling the Energy Oracle Cards deck. Now, if you would like to receive a more specific message from the reading, I do recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference that do tend to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. I really don't know where this reading is going to be going today. I am just going to follow the trail of the energy and see where it leads us. Okay. I'm hearing I have to heal on my own, and we have the door to personal healing and happiness in the reversed position. I'm also getting the word intimidated, so I'm strongly picking up on the energy of someone who was feeling intimidated by something about you or their interactions with you. Now, this could have been a romantic situation. This could have been a platonic situation. The word inspired is also coming out here. So it's an interesting dynamic where the person coming up here seems to have both been simultaneously intimidated and inspired by you, by your energy, by your essence. I'm getting something about a bracelet, so that might be relevant for someone. I'm getting the letter initials A, R, and K, as well as S. So those could be in someone's first or last name or relevant to some word connected to your connection with this person. Now, of course, whenever I channel specific words, letters, names, details, etc., these are typically meant for specific individuals. So don't worry if these don't resonate for you personally. I always recommend using your intuition and only taking the messages from these readings that are personally connecting on that deeper level. In fact, it is my intention for these readings to be a sort of intuition exercise whereby you can take that inner journey within yourself and really connect with what your own intuition, that inner compass that we all have access to, is speaking to you. Okay, so who is this person that needs to heal on their own? Angel of Strength upright. So they are perceiving you as, I'm hearing the ideal, you as this confident being of light. I'm hearing that you're everything this person has ever desired. Now, if this is platonic, it could be that you are everything they want to be or they want to emulate. If this is a romantic situation, then you are everything that this person has ever wanted in a potential romantic partner. But for some reason, I'm hearing, I can't have it. So why does this person feel as though they can't have whatever you have or can't have you in their life? We have the throat chakra reversed. So if you are in communication with this person in the 3D, there is something that they're not telling you. If you are not in communication, then this could be a card simply confirming that there is very little communication happening in the physical between the two of you. Okay. I'm also getting if this person was communicating with you at some point and now they're not, even when the two of you were in communication, there were things that this person did not disclose to you or did not tell you that would speak to part of why they had to pull away or part of why they have to undergo this healing, which I'm hearing as like a maturing process emotionally and spiritually on their own. But the interesting thing about this connection is I'm picking up that even if you are separate from this person, even if you aren't in physical communication at this time, you are actually in a sense acting as a bit of a guide for this person in the spiritual realm, meaning that the two of you are very much energetically and spiritually bonded, and you are in a sense inspiring or guiding this person unconsciously at a distance. Because again, they do still seem to perceive you as this truly inspiring person, as this ideal for them. I am getting that if they were the one to pull away or maybe to lessen communication, you may have believed that this person did not think highly of you, but it's actually the opposite. They think so highly of you that it's almost like they have you on this pedestal and they see you as inaccessible to them at this time. Now, we also have the crown chakra in the reverse position. So this person, the eyes on this card are really standing out. So it seems like they are very heavily fixated on you, if not watching you through social media platforms, online, keeping tabs on you any way that they can. If they aren't literally keeping tabs on you, this just means that their attention, their energy is often very heavily fixated on you. I'm specifically getting that music often reminds this person of you, particularly certain song lyrics. I'm not sure why. I'm hearing something about rap music, so that might be a kind of music that they really enjoy listening to. But I'm just getting that certain types of music, especially the lyrics to the songs, tend to connect this person to you. I keep seeing someone at the gym as well, so that may be relevant to them or to your situation. I'm seeing stars, so it could be that this person listens to music at night or while they're driving at night, and the lyrics are connecting them with you. I'm hearing that at times you feel this on your end as well, but the word desperate is coming out for some reason. I don't know who this is for. This won't be for everyone, but for someone listening, you may have actually worried that you came off as desperate because you were so heart open with this person. I'm getting that you may have shared a lot with them really quickly, but they also seemed to be asking questions and taking a very strong interest in you or your life. Now, I'm picking up that again, you might be feeling as though you shared too much, or you gave this person so much energy or so much information about you that you don't normally share up front, that you might be at times feeling like you came off the wrong way, like you came off as desperate or something along those lines, which of course you are not, but it's like there's a part of you possibly worried that you made this kind of impression on this person. But what you need to realize is you are not coming off that way to this individual whatsoever. You actually really inspire them, not only with things that you may have accomplished or done or dreams that you may have in this life, but with your very heart open essence, the way that you express yourself so openly, the way that you infuse emotion and openness into everything that you do, you say, and you create. But again, there is this element of intimidation coming up here as well. This person seems to be struggling within themselves when it comes to spiritual concepts, ideas, or beliefs. It's almost like their logic is trying to shut down something that their soul is trying to reveal to them here. Because we have the crown chakra card reversed, which can represent someone going through a very intense spiritual awakening that they're somewhat resisting. And of course, whatever we resist tends to kind of amplify the sense of tension and struggle. And that's what I feel this person is doing when it comes to something their soul is trying to reveal to them here. We have the sacral chakra reversed. So I'm getting that when you were so heart open with this person, part of why you felt the urge to share more with them than you would usually share with someone up front, because I do get it's almost like you opened up parts of yourself to them that you don't normally go out in the open with immediately. And you may have wondered, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I share so much of myself? The reason is because this person's soul essentially called forth that behavior from you. They manifested it from you. At this higher fifth dimensional level, the two of you seem to have a deep soul contract, and part of the terms of that contract seem to have been, again, at a very unconscious level, that the two of you would meet physically in this lifetime, and that through that meeting, you would present this person with an opportunity to see themselves more clearly and more deeply, an opportunity to go through this unraveling of their own overly logical kind of sense of egoic self, and to come into a deeper wisdom of their innermost spiritual self, the more soulful aspect of themselves. But the thing is, a wound around this person's sacral chakra came up here, where it's almost like they began to open to you and open to your energy, and then they got the urge to shut it all down. And again, part of this is because of something happening in the sacral. There is some kind of sacral blockage for this person related to fear of being rejected for their softer, more sensitive side. I'm really picking up that this may be someone who really tries to put on a very tough, strong exterior, but to the point where they shut down their ability to more emotionally, deeply connect with others. And I'm not just talking romantically. This seems to show up in their friendships and other relationships as well, where they will let people get to a point with them, but then they will shut down, deepening that connection any further. So this person may have a very lone wolf energy, where they don't tend to sustain very deep, intimate connections, romantically or platonically, for a very long time. Now, with cornucopia reversed, I get the energy of this person in the process of these fears coming up actually shut down some of the very things that they wanted the most. It's almost like them looking at you, seeing you as this ideal, as everything that they've wanted, and then shutting it down because they're worried that they're not going to be able to sustain it, because that fear of being perceived as soft and sensitive has come up for them. And I do get that you caught glimpses of that softer, more sensitive side to this person that they don't typically feel comfortable showing or sharing with other people. They may have even gotten emotional in your presence. For some reason, I'm seeing someone tearing up, like you may have evoked a very strong emotional reaction within this person that they couldn't quite understand. I'm hearing that you touched their heart and that they think about it every day with the heart chakra card upright, even if the two of you aren't in any form of physical communication. So in the extended version of this reading on Patreon, I am going to be channeling more into what this person has been holding back in that blocked throat chakra energy, what they have not been saying to you in the physical, but thinking on a daily basis when they are thinking about you. I will also be channeling into future timeline potentials for this connection. For some reason, I'm getting very specifically that someone listening here may have thought that this was entirely over, that someone had really permanently shut a door here, but there could be something surprising occurring, some kind of movement occurring between the two of you in the physical in the future. I do see that being a timeline potential. So that extended information will be in the reading on Patreon. If you would like to join our beautiful Patreon soul tribe, the link to do so is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Now, I just saw the number 1616, so that could be a relevant number for someone. I do want to shift focus in this reading and channel into anyone or anything else that is connected to your aura at this time. Okay, we have the Sun card in the reverse position. I'm hearing locking in a new reality. So someone I am speaking to here may be going through the experience of shifting through timelines at the moment, but I'm hearing that you might be between timelines. So shifting into a new reality, but still seeing remnants of the old reality around you, or feeling kind of in flux at the energetic level. As I was meditating for this reading, I kept getting the imagery of someone driving and merging onto a freeway. And my guides were explaining that when we shift timelines, we energetically have to merge into that new timeline. So it's not so much an instantaneous jump as this merging process. And just as when you are driving a car and you are in the process of merging, there can be those moments of uncertainty as you're fitting yourself into the flow of traffic before it kind of stabilizes itself. Energetically speaking, when you merge into a new timeline, there are these initial moments of kind of fitting yourself into that new timeline, feeling yourself leaving behind the road that you were on and beginning to mesh with that energy, with that flow, so to speak, on that new timeline trajectory. So what I'm getting is that someone is in the process of this energetic merging experience. And when you are merging into a new timeline, there can be many signs and symptoms that you experience that can actually temporarily feel a little bit negative in nature. For some reason, I'm hearing something about someone being restless at night, having trouble sleeping, or even having nightmares. This can actually be a sign that your conscious mind is feeling a little bit disoriented because you are shifting onto a new timeline and still adjusting to that new energy. I'm also seeing something about the stomach area, the solar plexus. So someone could be feeling some nausea, some uneasiness, could be feeling more or less hungry than usual. Now, of course, I am not a medical professional, so I always recommend speaking with a medical professional about any physical concerns or feelings, but energetically speaking, we can experience many symptoms of shifting or merging into that new energetic level at many different levels of our own being. So, of course, our body exists at many levels far beyond that perceptible physical level. We have the mental body, the emotional body, the spiritual body, and you might be feeling a bit strange at different levels of your being when you are adjusting to the energy of a new timeline. Even if that new timeline actually carries a much higher vibration from the timeline you are merging out of, there is still that adjustment phase. So I'm just getting a general message of trusting that process here, especially if you're feeling yourself locking in to a higher timeline or a higher vibrational reality, but still feeling a little bit of that uneasiness or uncertainty. Now, here we have the angel of strength. So I see this being a message of strength from your guides, your higher self, whatever divine forces you personally connect with. A message of continuing to hold to that vision that you are creating for yourself and fixating your attention on where you're going, not where you've been moving out of, allowing yourself to merge onto that new freeway rather than looking in your rearview mirror back from where you have been coming from. Because I'm hearing if you are fixated on that rearview mirror, you're going to, in a sense, be finding it very difficult to keep yourself in your lane and moving forward towards your desired reality. So this may be a message from someone to really create a compelling, beautiful vision of what you desire to experience and embody in the future, and to allow yourself to focus fully on that new reality. There may even be certain people or things from your past that you felt pulling on you. I'm hearing particularly emotionally that you are being guided to release, to allow yourself to fully shift onto that higher timeline, because often people from our past can hold us onto lower vibrational timelines because subconsciously, they are so locked into that particular matrix, that particular vibration, that belief system that holds them to that specific physical reality that they can fear someone breaking out beyond that matrix, shifting beyond those limiting beliefs, raising their own vibration, because that really would illuminate within them the fact that they have been too afraid to do the same, too afraid to move beyond their own fears, their own limitations, which are all self-constructed through the subconscious mind. I'm hearing you are an example of one who is truly free and unafraid to face every aspect and element of yourself and your own mind, even your deepest, most subconscious belief systems that may have been ingrained into you by society. In fact, I'm getting that reprogramming your own limiting beliefs or releasing some of those belief systems may be a major part of your spiritual path at this time. You may even dedicate certain segments of your day to this kind of mind reprogramming work, whether you would call it that specifically or not. This could be time when you are meditating, when you are reading, when you are learning, when you are journaling or self-reflecting or getting out into nature. You will know how this looks for you. And I am hearing as well that we store limiting beliefs in our physical body as points of tension. And so when we move our physical body, whether it's through yoga, through stretching, through walking, through exercising, whatever it is, we are assisting or facilitating that process of shifting into an entirely new state of being, because in essence, we can release some of our fears, some of our limiting ideas and beliefs through the physical body as well. So many of you may be participating in that through something that you are doing physically with your body on a daily basis. Now, here we have the thinking man, but also the contract card in the upright position. We also have patience and the yin yang card at the bottom of the deck. So I see this representing what is happening consciously on the surface with the cards I pulled from the top of the deck with the thinking man and contract. So I said we were going to be channeling into what or who is connected to your energy, and this absolutely seems to be a person connected to someone's energy that I'm speaking to here. This is someone very much in their masculine energy. Now, this is irrespective of gender. We all have a balance of the masculine and feminine energies internally, but this is someone very in their masculine in the sense that they are very surface level, physical world oriented and focused. They are possibly very in their logical mind here or in their head about something, but not really feeling into their heart space about it at this time. They're more so focused in their head. We also have the contract in the upright position. So this is someone who is in the middle of some kind of karmic contract. Now, a karmic contract doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be a negative belief pattern, an addiction, a behavior that is disconnecting this person from their true innermost self. But regardless of what this is, it's very manifested. It's very on the surface. And this may be how you are perceiving this person. You're seeing them very in their head, in their masculine, very logical, very structured. They might be focusing a lot on their work at this time. You also could see them in the middle of this karmic pattern or cycle or whatever it is. But what we have here beneath the surface, subconsciously, what came up from the bottom of the deck is the patience card and the yin yang card. Now, the yin yang card is traditionally my number one twin flame card in the deck. So of course, a twin flame is just another soul that shares an identical core soul frequency to your own, whereas a soulmate will share a very similar frequency, but it can be a few degrees off in a sense. So this doesn't necessarily have to be a twin flame situation, but I do see that potential here for some of you listening. Regardless, there does seem to be a very powerful spiritual connection and contract here. And the fact this card is upright is a very positive omen, because it tells me even though this person appears to be stuck in some kind of karmic pattern or cycle, I'm hearing what's really happening beneath the surface is that things are being energetically rebalanced. So there is actually an active balancing out taking place. There is a progression here in a positive direction happening beneath the surface that can't really be seen visibly, that isn't fully perceptible yet in the physical realm. We also have the patience card. So this speaks to longevity in this connection. This could be a very ancient soul bond, but also that this is a very gradual process. I'm hearing it's an unraveling for this person, but it is moving in that direction. It is taking place. So in the extended version of this reading on Patreon, I will be channeling into this unraveling process happening for this soulmate or twin flame. I want to know how they are shifting out of or rebalancing their own energy through this karmic contract or cycle. And in addition to that, in the extended reading, I will be channeling into any other energies, messages, or people that might be connected to your energy. So if these messages have been resonating for you today, then I do invite you to join me in the extended reading as well for further information. And of course, the link to that is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. For now, I am going to be closing this first reading here on YouTube with a final Rumi Oracle message. And the Rumi card I pulled is I surge on the uprising wave of love. The guidebook here says, my life can be summed up in 3 accounts. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. Rumi. The guidebook also says, I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly, flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled, and my mind becomes a blurry mess. And so I feel instead, feel the truth of her love and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. What we always have at our disposal is choice as to how we respond to these affecting movements and cycles. The effect of this karmic cycle now unfolding in your life is to bring you into sweet surrender and awakening into greater love. What a delicious divine destiny. How terrifying when we are actually thrown into the ocean and moved by it. Your heart is more powerful than your fear, and it wants to live in total trusting surrender of the unfoldment of life's genius. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Thank you so much again for sharing your own beautiful high vibrational energy with the reading. We are all co-creators here on YouTube. And if you do feel a resonance with the energy here, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post more energy updates and inspiration. Of course, if you are feeling a resonance here, you can also join me in the extended reading, which is where I'm headed to next. And the link to that is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love and light today. Have an amazing start to your week, and I will connect with you here again in Wednesday's reading.